Reconnecting. Okay. Mikey Sue's 4 channel. We're back here on Tuesday afternoon, 4 p.m. Eastern. We're year long, or at least until 5 seasons, all 98 episodes, which premiered on January 23rd, 1987. The first episode that we talked about last week was Melee Ride. We'll go into a little bit more of that today. Unfortunately, I don't have Jay with me, but he is going through an appointment. He has a medical appointment uh, because he's got some physical problems. So all my prayers, me and are up, Jay, and see this. And you rewatch this episode. Let us know. V, it popped into. Yeah, it's good to see you. Thank you. Let's see if we can show your comment there. There it is. Hey, Mikey. Good to see you, Lady V Elements. Yes, you must be new to the show, so thank you. Thank you for coming and participating. And as soon as I can, I just want to go over this a little more detail, and then we'll just in brief detail about the third. Technically, they call it the third season, or the first season, third episode of the series. And Mazzano Rex Studios and the hashtag never forget. I can't read that. Well, I was trying to read it myself. Here we go. Okay. Mazzano Rex Studios, hashtag never forget Tori Takahashi. I won't forget Tori Takahashi. And hi. How you doing, Rex? It's great to see you, my friend. And of course, Lady V hugs. And Lady V says, I'm still at work, so I may be in and out. That's fine. Yeah, I saw that. A hit. Ah, Hitman. No, just kidding. Got one watching though. Thank you, Rex. Yeah, so she may be in and out a bit. That's Lady V. We appreciate you being here. I do the same thing in chat. I'm notorious for that. Yes. I know you're laughing. Yeah. My typos, of course. My epic typos. Yes. Definitely. Well, I think we're caught up on the chat now. Okay. So let's kind of recap what we talked about last week. Basically, it's season 1, episode 1, and season 1, episode 2 are the same. Now, what happened was the pilot episode of the A-Team was tested. It came out on January 23rd, 1983. And it was, a preview of what was going to happen with the series. It introduced John Hannibal Smith, and his name was only mentioned twice. Entire fan by an actor named Tim Dunnigan said John, and then I think there was another time after that. Then in season 5, it was Frankie Velez, the actor who played Frankie Santana, and there were a few times actually be lost and it reconnects. So if that happens, I apologize. Okay, just trying to do the best I can. So, at least that way, I'm pretty sure. Well, I'm almost 100% sure, 99.9% sure that I wasn't getting a copyright strike. And nothing happened on my first episode, so that's a good thing. Okay. In 1972, a crack commando unit was sent to prison by a military commit. These men promptly escaped from a maximum security stockade to the LA underground. Today, still wanted by the government, they survive as soldiers of fortune. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, maybe you can hire the A-team and the shooting, all that stuff. Yeah, that's my fit. You know what? I loved watching that. Guy, narration. His name was John Ashley. John Ashley narrated some other things over the years, and of course he's gone now. Rest in peace. But he used to be he was a big part of the American International Pictures when they used to do the beach movies. You know, like the Beach Blanket Bingo, you know, with Avalon and the Net for the Cello. Yeah, all that stuff. So he was a big part of that. Hey, hey, Trusty Ape. Hello, buddy. How you feeling? Hey, Mikey. Hey, how you feeling, buddy? Yeah, this is just going to be a preview today. I wanted to go a little longer just to kind of cover my bases, as it were. Just kind of like, but I your comments in the chat. I really do. So it really is good to see you, and we love you. We love you, Kevin. That's his last name, but that's okay. We love him, and he's just recovering from his own ailments. So, and of course, Lady V Elements being very gracious and saying, hey, yeah, Trusty is very cool. Now, just quickly, I'll mention that Trusty Ape channel on YouTube. It's really cool. I found out with him before. He's very nice He's very sweet, and he's very knowledgeable, I think, about a lot of topics. Uh, we hang out with gaming with Silverwolf once in a great while. And pop into the panel, and because of the open panel, open topics, we'll talk about just about anything. So that's so what so basically what happened is so a who served in the Vietnam War. Now A team means Operation Detachment Alpha, which means they were like crack troops. They were special. They were part of the special forces that were told to do secret missions within North Vietnam and South Vietnam. And according to the monologue, they found out, well, eventually it was revealed in the A-Team movie reboot of 2009, 2010, that their colonel that they served under, Colonel Morrison, was actually selling secrets to enemies and weapons. And so they went to confront him. Well, Colonel Hannibal Smith, John Hannibal Smith, went to confront him, and supposedly he was killed. And so they basically where that came from. And we'll go back to episode 1 and 2 are episode 1, official episode, which came out on January 23rd, 1983, and it had Tim Duncan as the face man, Templeton, face man, Peck. But you also had Hannibal Smith, you had Dwight Holly Murdoch, and you had who ended up playing Clubber Lang. And the series itself was created by, you'll notice sometimes even Jay will do it by well, there was two things that Tim was. One, he was tall. He just seemed stale. And to me, when I first saw the first pilot episode, I was like, "Huh, who is this guy face?" It's like he didn't have any personality at all, right? I was confused. So what happened is they had well, and of course they brought in Amy Amanda Allen, which was played by the wonderful actress Melinda Kuya, if you remember her from some shows and movies and stuff. Yeah, she was very nice, but she only lasted for one season. In season two, we had Maria Heasley, who played Tanya Barker or Baker. Sorry, Parker. What am I saying? Tanya Baker. Now, both of these ladies came from the newspaper, which was called the L.A. Courier. Well, you know, technically the L.A. Courier is supposed to stand in for the L.A. Times to some people, I guess. So yeah, that's just I don't. Um, so so at this point, Mexican Sleigh Ride, the very first episode, we've had the pilot done, and then of course they replaced, reshot a few scenes, and they put out of a whole bunch of people last minute. And you guys, of course, recognize Dirk from Battlestar Galactica. He played Starbuck um, in that series. He did a few other series too, but that's what he's mostly known for is Battlestar Original, by the way, not the reboot. No, not that reboot. Okay, so I'm just checking my notes here, make sure I mentioned everybody. Yeah, Melinda, Maria, second season. Now, after the third season started, after Maria was let go, it became a total men's only club, like He-Man Woman Haters Club. Yes, very, very naughty. Oh man, that's what it was all about. Machismo. Okay. As I mentioned before last week, and I'll bring this back one more time. George Peppard is gone. He did die at the age of 65. He left three kids and his wife behind him. John said it was the narrator. Fortunately, he left two kids behind. He died at age 62. But today, we still have Dwight Schultz. He's married to the same person he's been married to his whole. He has one child, and he is 76 years old today, as of today. Benedict, he's kind of single. I'm not sure if he is dating anyone at the moment, but he has three kids, and he is 78 years old, and he says at officially Petey the fool. But me to say something. I love it when a plan comes together, is what Hannibal said most of the time. Hannibal's on the jazz, which is what EA mostly said most of the time. And the other one was, I ain't getting on no plane. Because PA hated to be on planes, especially the ones that Murdoch, man, Murdoch, would actually fly. And in order for PA to get on the damn plane, you had to knock him out so that he wouldn't experience the flight, right? Yeah, so it's just crazy. It just craziness. Now there is an episode we'll examine it later on in context of why he wanted to get on a plane, and it was because he went to go help his mother who was having problems in Detroit, Michigan. And to that episode eventually, but it is hilarious. And then there's another episode and the canopy underneath and BAs in the air. And he goes catatonic. So by talent, uh, team attack, uh, and all of this stuff. William Wyndham. So very, very cool. Children of Jamestown. And you know, they wanted to maintain him. You find a robot wanted to, yeah, and unexpected. Oh, that's cute. No, it's restarting. That's good. That, yeah. As I said, this is going to be, all in error. We're just going to see how we're doing this, see how things go. Like I said, this coming Friday will be the big test, so we're just hoping that works out. Okay, before I start going on anymore, so John Saxon was the guest star. He played the Reverend Martin James, who is the head of the cult. Now, the basic plot is that Murdoch was sent to, along with the team, was sent to go in, save the daughter of by the cult, and was brainwashed. And so the team goes in and they face and be all get captured and brought back to the cult's compound. And so the episode is about the A team trying to get out of the snare of the Reverend and his cult followers, and somehow, without killing them, but blowing up the compounds so nobody else gets it, and you know, and getting rid of the what the episode is about. Now, I think it was done pretty expertly. I Naibi Jr. Naibi type of series, different episodes and stuff. The one who wrote the episode was Stephen himself. And when I'm done going over these brief uh, uh, plot coverage and the names that are prominent from the episodes, then I will go ahead and give my review, uh, you know, uh, two ways. Of course, by stars, and then, of course, by. Uh, and down there in Facebook. So if you guys have a grade, if you've seen Children of Jamestown before in the A team and you want to comment and leave a grade or you know stars, display them. And as I said in Facebook, when I'm done, I always go to see if anybody's reading, laying comments down, and I will check on those too. So anyway, so one other star that appeared in this cool episode, I think, um, was Gerrit Graham. The things, but the one thing I remember him from was Star Trek did an episode called The Q, and what Gerrit Graham was a Q who wanted to commit suicide. He wanted he's so tired of being omnipotent and being alive in the continuum and everything, and just want to end myself so that he can, there was a way that he would become mortal and then he would end himself, and it caused a very spirited debate. In fact, the Voyager was caught in a temporal war between one side of the continuum and the other side. So it was like North versus South metaphor, right? You get it. Graham was in that, and I know it was such a great episode, and because I'd seen it a number of times, and I loved it. Episode here for 18, he plays brother Steven. So he's like the he's like the son. So he wanted to capture the team. In fact, it's cool. There's not many people um, that were able to drop on the A team throughout most of the series, pretty much. But one of the few times they actually got a drop on them. There were other times too, but we'll mention those later. Also, don't forget, they are sending this time. I'll mention the you just team of four people, style. Um, but the thing was, what was so great? Hannibal and Face and BA and even Amy Allen were able to keep Murdoch out of the fray. Now Murdoch was already nuts. He's a crazy man. He played that throughout the whole series. I think one of the reasons I might have figured out why he's crazy is because when he was a child, when he was 5, Murdoch lost his mom. Now, when you lose your mom that early in life, it really affects you. I mean, in such a way that you will try to artificially create out of your brain or out of your subconscious or conscious mind or whatever some substitute. And the team was a huge part of that. They helped Murdoch get used to being around them and being a part of them and being able to participate in the missions and do all that stuff. Now, I know BA hated him, but he didn't. And you want to hear something else? They shared the same blood type. Can you believe that? Who would have known? Don't turn me into a crazy man. Don't give me his blood. I don't want to turn into a crazy man. Yeah, I know. I do a terrible BA, but anyway. but anyway, that'll be another episode too. You guys will look forward to that, I hope. And we got watching. Thank you. Well, we have two. So, all right. So let's get the fun part. We're now going to go ahead and give you my stars. And before I give you my stars, I'll give you my brief review, real quick, what I thought of it when I first watched, and then I'll give my grade, and then I'll just wait till you guys leave comments, and I'll read them. And next week I'll come back and let you know what. Just look them over, and you guys can let me know what you thought. And want to catch full episodes to rewatch on. Uh, there's a few of them that are available. I know Children of Jamestown is. But there's also Amazon Prime. There's a couple of other Tubi, I think. Yeah, Jay Aldrich, who would have been here today. So I miss you, Jay. I hope you recover, rest, relax from your appointment, and we'll see you Friday night. Friday night, real quick after this. Um, so anyway, yeah. So what I thought of it. Okay. Well, now first of all, I had just watched the Super. This episode came out on January 30th, 1983, the following week after they had already shown the pilot episode, Mexican Slavery. Right. So I was very excited. At the time, the 49ers and the Redskins played the Miami Dolphins and beat them 17 in Super Bowl 17. So I was so happy. And after that was over, I knew my favorite show was going to come on. I even knew it like the first episode. I was like, I did detail, not grand detail, but just a little about telling you about how dangerous cults are. Um, there are certain religions that have cults of their own. There are secret societies. Of course, we know that. But anyway, the point is that cults are dangerous. You do not want to join one. And if you do get stuck or caught into one, get someone professional, get you out, and get someone to deprogram you. And get rid of your brainwashing. If you chance of being will The 18 or that the producers and especially Canal handled it just fine. I had no problems with it, and it did give warning signs to be things that you could see. When I was living in Arizona at the time, a couple of cults that live up uh, Jeff's and they're up there around called Colorado City, Arizona, and around borders area towns there. They're very scary. You do not want to deal with those people. Just to say, just the last episode. But this one, they were mostly in an area where they could drive to it. They didn't have, so that was nice. But yeah, I enjoyed it. So my stars were 4.5 out of 5 stars. I didn't give it completely 5 because even though it is one of my best, it's one of my episodes. I have one of my favorite. So you will know when I get to the episode that is 5 out of 5. You couldn't know, but this was one of the good episodes. Season 1, I have to admit, John Saxon was very nice to see him because of course, he's passed away now. Rest in peace, John Saxon. But yeah, he did a great job. Yeah. Okay, so 4.5 out of 5 stars, and then my grade, of course, A minus. I think that's fair. A minus is a good grade for that. Wonderful episode. Now, next week on Tuesday, we're going to cover which is called pros and cons. This is one where BA and Hannibal have to infiltrate a prison where the warden is using the prisoners to fight illegally, and to the death sometimes, and then he'll give them a short-lived freedom, and then put them back in to fight, to continue to fight. So it's like a fight club, but and it's in a prison. And so BA is but we'll get into the plot of that next. Just want to let you know that's coming up next week. Okay, now the last thing I'd like to talk about is coming up on Friday. Friday night, this coming January 12th at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, or maybe shortly after Gorilla and Resolute German PvP do their Austin Walton's review. And Jay, I believe, will be here with us for sure on Friday night. Jay Aldridge and I will be the host time number 1 for the brand new year of 2024. My wife will be keeping a comment, and Sir Lemon, who is also Lemon Pie, will be our moderator for the chat. He'll be helping us out that night. And I worked it. I am. You may not see my face as much because I have to take my camera. We do it when there's 2 or more people because Restream, like StreamYard, kind of like, it likes to go out when you have your face here too much. So, well, but they hate me. You hate me now. That's just a line from a movie. It's hilarious. Anyway, well, let's go ahead and thank the people that came by. We had Rex come in. Hashtag never forget Toru Takahashi. He was Manzana Rex. He's gone by a lot of names. It's good to see us, Rex, really is. Lady V Elements. Lady V Elements, thank you so much for coming by to the chat this afternoon. I appreciate your appearance. coming in and out. We appreciate that, though, that you're here, and thank you for supporting our channel. Also, it was great to see you, my buddy Kevin, Trusty Ape. You're so awesome. Oh, and look who just came in. Let's recognize for a minute here. Hello, Christian Carpenter. It's good to see you, everyone. Yeah, it's good to see you, Christian. Yeah, we're almost done, Christian. So you made it just in time. I'm glad. Hello, I appreciate that. And we got 2 people watching, so thank you. Like I said, so we're going to do on episode 4, which is called Pros and Cons. That will start again at 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern Tuesday, 3 o'clock, which is Central Time, 2 o'clock, which is Mountain, and I believe 2 o'clock Pacific, because I think, yeah, West Coast time. Because I think they all PST, because I think they all share the same time. I know it's the same in Hawaii too, I think. Anyway. But it's good to check, I guess. And then of course, this coming Friday will be one. It's we can fit about 6 people in the chat, so I would also in the panel. Sorry, not in everybody in the chat. I'm just saying in the panel. So yeah, I just recommend is if you guys come into our panel for Friday night to discuss any topic, anything, please make sure that you turn off your camera. That helps to move along a little bit. But Jay will be my co-host and will supervise if I go out, which isn't often, which is nice with Restream, knock on wood. But if I do go out, Jay will take over. And uh, he'll help out with the chat. So everything hopefully before that time. So yes, please. Uh, um, like and subscribe. And trust the of course, my buddy Kevin. So I thank you all Fridays. So with that, thank you again, everyone for coming, and we'll see you right. Da, 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 da. I love how I can end stream, and it takes a while to end stream. Have hum hum hum. Da da da. Yes. Take care, everyone.